Hey, Sagittarius. I thought I knew what I was gonna say, but I feel like I do this every time. I shouldn't have pushed record yet. Why do I do this? Okay, this is totally just for maybe one of you and not all of you. Mundane warning. Hmm. This is career related or something about if you're at work or if you're at school, there is some sort of unfair practice or like a rule that is unjust. Like if you're at school, they might have just given you all notice of some sort of procedure change or oh no, like it's really stupid. It's all of a sudden like, all right, this year nobody can wear blue shorts or all right, no one is allowed to go to the bathroom at all during class. And you're like, what? Or or it's really like that and it's really unfair the way that they treat you at your job. Oh my god. The last Scorpio reading was also about how someone's job is disrespecting them or dishonoring them. In this case, there is a potential health risk here. There's a potential health risk here with I don't know whatever this new rule is, or it's like a zero tolerance policy, but it ends up causing more problems than whatever it was trying to solve. Or it's just like it's literally easier for the teachers, or it's literally easier for the corporation to just be like, no bathroom breaks or something. And then meanwhile, um, you don't say anything and you let it go, and then what? You get a bladder infection or something. I used to wait tables. I lived in Yosemite and it was busier than hell and there was a million tourists and you had to just go. And sometimes you just didn't, like if you let it go too long, you would have a problem and you would have to go get antibiotics. So if you can remember that you're working to keep yourself alive for your future abundance, for your health, your strength, and your wellness, if that is chipping into your wellness with something as basic as, like, hey, can I go use the bathroom? So, yeah, that's not fair and that's not right. And they're not right to do that or to say that. So, if this is a school, it's like, what do? Do you get the policy reversed? No. You don't have to be Superman. You don't have to do anything except watch out for yourself and sit in your power and know that your body and your safety and your well being is number one priority. So don't be shy if you have to go and it's policy not to say something. What you're not going to do is not drink any water so that you don't have to go. That's the wrong way of going about that. Like, all signs point to this situation kind of could become a perfect storm where you end up. Oh no, it's like, are they gonna pay your hospital bills? No. Like for some of you, it's like, no. Or if the policy was, if this is all said and done and this already happened, and it turned out that you did have some sort of a health problem because of whatever this policy was, or because you weren't allowed to stand up for some of your basic rights, well, then maybe you can sue them for that money. Maybe you can sue them for that money, and it's time to be strategic and maybe get the policy, get all your ducks in a row with making sure you have the handbook or you have a copy of the policy so that you can take it to a lawyer if you feel like doing that in the future. But it's not asking you to do that. It's asking you just to make a personal judgment in your personal life. You can't stand up for everybody and you're not being asked to, but you are certainly asked to stand up for your own health and well being. You need to fight for that. Nobody's going to fight for that for you. So it could be like these people might be tasked with your well being, or they should look out for you, or you put a lot of money into, maybe if this is a school and they're supposed to be keeping you safe, or it's their policy that we do all this and it's blah, blah, blah. But when it comes down to it, they do just whatever is easiest for them. You're not going to let that go. If you can get away from this company, it's saying to do that. This is kind of a perfect storm. Like I was saying, they're not going to pay your bills, right? But if you feel like they are responsible for that and you do have hospital bills, you will be successful in court with getting that money back, but you might have to be strategic and keep it to yourself. It's kind of like, all right, it's me against you. Y'all are trying to kill me here. Well, it's war then. I mean, not seriously. But you're certainly going to make sure that either the policy is changed, or if there's a contract, you can say, well, not being able to go to the bathroom was not in the contract and it's causing a health problem and you didn't reimburse me for the something. Oh my God, something about reimbursement was in Scorpio reading too. If you have Scorpio in your chart or a cusp, law is on your side. The law is on your side. The if it's like the government, it seems like these people might have, I don't know, an in with the government or with the higher powers. Like the higher power will absolutely side with you on this. If it's a school, all you have to do is take it outside of the school. They're not going to investigate it themselves and be like, well, you're right, that's not fair. You might have to bring it to the attention of an actual lawyer. But it was kind of saying you don't have to do anything. Yeah. Right now, worry about yourself, but you standing up for yourself is going to be the catalyst for somebody else who's able to stand up for themselves. Where was I reading about how they couldn't go to the bathroom? I think it was Amazon. Like if they worked for Amazon or something and people were having to like pee in bottles. I don't know, but it's, if this is metaphorical, take it as it resonates, and this is probably a random specific. I don't think I even read for the collective at this point, but you're not going to stay with a company because you always worked there, or because you have friends there, or because your dad worked there and his dad worked there. No way. There's something about you that's different anyway. That's why it's like there's all these. I don't like the term NPC. What is it, NPC? I think it can be tricky and dangerous and overused, but I feel like you're so different from the people around you. It's like I've this card should be reversed for who it is. It's like you are in Technicolor and everything else around you is in black or white, black and white, or the people around you are in black and white, and they don't really understand your beauty anyway. You might be able to express yourself better or feel more comfortable somewhere else, and it could be time to get scooting. If you feel an urge to move on right now, go ahead and do that. Make that judgment call, even if you never thought you would. It's like you're not just protecting your health, you're protecting your inner child. And for some of you, you have someone out there that loves you very, very much. Like, you have someone out there that is in love with you, madly in love with you, and they think that you are the most beautiful thing that's ever existed and the most special creature. And they love you and they love your inner child, and they, maybe this is someone who passed on, but I know, I think it's someone, if it's not someone who's passed on that's watching out for you, it's someone in the world who just really truly has a pure love for you. And if they could stand up for you in this situation, they would. If they could go in there and march into the boss's office or PR or fucking whatever, they would, but I don't think that they can. Maybe that they're far away, or you work far away from them, or maybe you don't even know them yet, and it's like they're wishing on a star for their special someone out there and hoping that they're doing okay and that they're happy. And so, if you haven't met them yet, this is a message from that person who is your special someone out there that loves you in a pure, honest way, and they want you to stand up for yourself in this situation and your health and your inner child and say that's not okay. That's against the law, or you can't do that, or just no, that doesn't work for me. It's honoring your inner child, and it, in a way, if you haven't met this person yet and this is your true love, you're honoring them by standing up for yourself right now, so something small doesn't turn into something big and you guys have the beautiful future together that you deserve. Today, tomorrow, next week. Hmm. Well, something might happen that makes the decision very easy for you, and by next week you are starting to feel that urge that something's not worth it anymore, or that it could be potentially dangerous or like a health hazard. And like, whoever you are, you love to feel helpful. You like to, I don't know if you like to inspire other people, but you surely do it. You certainly do it. And you know you could be that leader and be the one that says, we're all going to do this, but it's really just telling you to kind of worry about yourself. Be open to the gifts of the universe that are going to come when you stand up for yourself. So you don't have to stand up for anybody else but yourself. Yeah, there's a decision that has to be made here about this contract, and there's a decision that has to be made about love eventually, or that will be made. You don't have to do anything. I would never tell a Sagittarius to do anything, but there is, the Lovers came up in the last reading too. Hold on. Maybe someone that loves you out there just has a message for you. And this is a random specific, and they're like, yes, I am out there somewhere, and I do love them, and I do want the best for them, and I wish I could stand up for them and fight for them, but I can't, so I need you to do it for yourself, for me, just for right now, until we can hold each other again, or for the first time. But it won't be the last time, and it will feel really good. And it's like, good day sunshine, here comes the sun. All the sunshine songs. All the sunshine songs. Oh my gosh. And it could be that this is one of the tasks that it's going to make you feel kind of on top of the world again and bring your confidence back because you're able to express yourself truly and fully and honestly. And it's like it opens the door, the floodgates to you just being open and honest all the time and being able to say no more freely and yes more freely when you want to when it comes to love, but someone surely loves you out there and you are their sunshine, like their only sunshine. Should I? What do they want to say to you? Hold on, let me get this. What do they want to say to you? Oh, by the way, so by next month, with that judgment card there, it's based. Oh, stop. It's based on what you know. It's not a gut feeling. It's not a black or white. Yes, it's complicated. Yes, it maybe makes you feel emotionally conflicted, but time alone, and maybe it's like you stand up for yourself and you get kicked out of school or you get like a timeout. I don't know why I said timeout. Maybe it feels like that in your office or something. If you stand up for yourself, they're like, da da da. Or if you're in the military and they're like, oh, you're gonna stand up for yourself, well then you're gonna go, I don't know, spend 6 months somewhere in the middle of freaking nowhere or something like that. But it's all for the best. It's like jokes on them, because it's the clarity that you needed. Okay, so if you do stand up for yourself and it doesn't go completely like you thought it would, it's this card could be the Emperor's wearing no clothes, where in that story, the Emperor was tricked by a con man who said that, he made magical garments. The magical garments were so magical that if you didn't, if you weren't magical, you couldn't see it, right? So no one wanted to be the one to say, I can't see anything, because then what? You're a plebe or something. And so this has something to do also with being afraid to stand out of the crowd or to look stupid or to be the one to say, that that's not right and that's illegal and I don't see anything. And are you guys really buying this? Like, really? You guys are really buying this? That could be it. And it's shedding the light on something. So it could just be you standing up for yourself as the catalyst for this whole kind of transformation of this situation. But even if you got kicked out or put aside, or like the Scorpio reading, you didn't get a promotion that you were sort of promised or it was alluded to that you would get, but maybe never promised, it's time to move away from that company, and the rejection is protection is in full effect here. And Sun is coming to you, but oh, okay. So whoever loves you or whoever is in love with you is willing or wants to do whatever they can do to support you. They understand that this is going to be kind of a devastating, I don't know, devastating loss or a shock, or if you find out that you're getting fired, or all of a sudden there's a layoff, or like when you say, hey, I can't do this, it's going to put me in the hospital, or I need you guys to pay my bills for that thing that happened when I was following this policy, and you end up getting fired, it's for the best. This building was built on sand. It was never meant to last. And the contract may have been unclear, but it was just bringing you frustration and pain. You were bored, you were unfulfilled emotionally, there was no intellectual stimulation. And it's almost like you have everything you need to do anything you want, and you can do bad by yourself. And I think that this person understands that you're a very passionate person and you work very hard, and they see you as a beautiful artist, a rare bird, almost like a goddess or like a god to them, and they are willing to stand back to give you this space that you need right now to get clarity. And they're there whenever you need them. What happens after this next month where you make this judgment call? Whatever it is, it's big. It's like hero's journey stuff. I don't know, maybe whatever. If it's a church or a school, maybe you don't speak out. Like maybe it is the military or something where there's a hierarchy and like you're seen or not heard, or you're an actor, or like I said, you're in a very busy place where they're not going to tell you that you can't go to the bathroom, but it's going to mess up no one's going to cover you if you go. Something like that. But it has everything to do with your health. And I think that this, oh wow. Holy moly. So this corporation or this company or this troop, it passes itself off as, we're family. We're family here. But that's not the truth. It's like a pyramid scheme. Honestly, it's like a pyramid scheme here where they try to get you to think that you're all family so that you. What in the world just happened? Okay. My little bowl wanted to ding itself there, so. They get people almost brainwashed. It's almost like a culty cult. I'm getting kind of a culty vibe from whatever this corporation is, or school, or troop, or sorority, or fraternity. But it is like a pyramid scheme. It's all promises, but the only people that ever really profit are like the three at the top or the two at the top. And it's all emotional manipulation. Like they'll get you to be, yeah, we're all in this together. It's a family, so that you give extra time, spend your own money, something like that. And then they never follow through. This is totally linked to the Scorpio reading I just did. If you're Scorpio cusp and you're dealing with a messed up company or corporation, this is like a SOS. Red flags. Warning, 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 danger, danger. Danger, danger, emotional manipulation. It's not a family. You don't owe them anything. You need to stand up for yourself and follow your intuition. And if that's going to proper authorities to get your bills paid, or to say, no, I'm not going to sit there and get an infection in my body so that I'm sick and in the hospital because of this stupid policy that is illegal anyway. Yeah, that's you standing up in the small way that you can for your inner child and for your health and well being and for your future Mr. or Mrs. because they love you very much. And if they could march in there and say, what the, they would, but they can't. So if you can do that first baby step for yourself, whatever the result is, whatever the result, and if it's not that you don't get fired, it's that you are going to make that judgment call, realizing that, okay, maybe you had to learn something, maybe you learned a lot from it, you saw something from a different perspective, or you never thought that you would leave this company, but it's going to maybe even be out of your hands. A blessing in disguise. So if it feels like you're in the middle of a storm, it's like that with that Six of Swords. You do what's right. You have that courage. Like I was saying, if maybe you're in a place where you just don't say anything, or it's tradition that you shut up or you take it, or it's like, oh, we don't stand up for ourselves here, like where is that, where do they do that at? I don't know. Maybe you even come from a family where it it was just accepted that you just deal with it. And maybe it's not even, maybe you were never given decisions as a child, and it's like you had the kind of super controlling parents where they told you what to do all the time. So um, you're not super confident in making decisions or standing up to authority figures and saying, no, this is what it is. But these people are playing with fire. This is there, it's an illegal policy, whatever it is, whether this is Amazon or a school or it's a briar patch. And it's not your problem. It's not your briar patch. You know, you don't have to mow the whole thing down. You just have to cut yourself out, free yourself, and run for the hills. Go be alone for a while. If you do get fired, it's a rejection is protection, definitely. And it's all going to be for the best. Why did that thing want to ding? That was weird. Ah. It's like if you don't leave that place or if you don't stand up for yourself, it's going to be another cycle where it's like that Nine Inch Nails song where it's like every day is exactly the same. What does he say? I can never remember lyrics if I don't sing it. I'm sorry. There is no love here and there is no pain or something. Like every day is exactly the same. There is no love here and there is no pain. That's not what, no, that's not for you. You have true love coming in. Look, there's the lovers again. Six of Cups. So once you make this decision to stand up for yourself and stand up for your health and your inner child and your future love, that's going to open another door that you can't see yet. So take it baby steps, little by little. Don't force anything. Divine timing is kind of at play here. And if you feel like everything is crashing and your entire life is being leveled, it's for the best, believe it or not. Like, this is you on your hero's journey, ticking off a major box here. So, if you have people that do want to support you, like for real, in a genuine way, let them. Because, like I was saying, it could be the catalyst for a lot of other people standing up for themselves. Yeah, don't put all your eggs in one basket with this company if that's the situation, because I think you have a whole new situation coming. Or if you're ending a relationship or you're kind of in a relationship or you're not sure where it's going, I think you have a whole brand new one out there. Like I just was hearing that like Goodnight My Someone song from the Music Man. I'm a theater dork. I love musicals. I'll put a link to that below if you don't know it. It's fun. It's basically like you haven't met your true love yet, but you know they're out there. And so at night when you wish on a star, you don't say goodnight their name because you don't know their name yet. You just say goodnight my someone. Oh, I'm upside down, huh? No, not. Yeah, 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 I'm upside down. Wait, what was that? Three of Swords. Yep, that's it. Stand up for yourself and you will be rewarded with the love of your life in the long run. And everything will happen when you know it needs to. But if you feel like kind of pushed to the side by the world, even if you feel like, oh my God, not any more time alone, I can't, actually, it's a blessing in disguise as well. It's protection. Even if it feels like you're being disciplined for standing up for yourself, for whatever reason, this is coming up as something that you just need to do. And you'll be rewarded for it. Like you will be rewarded for it. So you're not going to lose it all. The universe isn't going to do that to you for standing up for yourself in this way. So it's almost like these people might want to make you feel like you're a disgrace for standing up for yourself. But with that tower, they are going to be disgraced. They're going to have egg on their face. They are going to be like publicly disgraced. If it's a school, or if it's like just a really bad principal, maybe it's a great school and they just need a new board or a new principal or a new CEO. And just this one little act could like change the whole thing. Or if it truly is an unjust machine, it's like you're going to shut the whole thing down and you don't even have to lift a finger other than that one thing of saying, that's not okay. I'm not going along with that. You can't do that to me. No way. And it might feel a little uncomfortable here, but once the judgment hits, it's going to feel like, oh, yeah, no, it's not a decision at all. I'm leaving. And never looking back. And you close that book and you start a whole new one far away from here. In this choose your own adventure story where you choose the path of freedom and eventually love. And this person who's been wishing on a star for you. They love you and they miss you very much, and you're the most beautiful thing they've ever seen or will ever see. So watch out for yourself, even in just those little ways. Watch out for your inner child. And then when you're able to be together, you can fight for each other physically. But for right now, they'll see you in your dreams. Love you guys. I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot. And I think this was a random specific for a Sagittarius who has been put in a ridiculous situation by ridiculous people. And you deserve much better. So don't be afraid to say something. It'll all work out for the best, okay? See you for the next one, guys. Love ya. Bye.